AFM is traditionally, I think, a 7 or 8 day market. Some would say that it could be shorter. And we did something called the half market pass, which is now done. That's over. What did you think about that?
I think it's a good idea because the first days all the buyers and big companies are like crazy buying and selling. And if you are a filmmaker with a project, it's easier to go to pitch them when they are finished with that. But I mean, you just have like 2 real work days.
It's true. So the half day pass, we started on Sunday. Everybody else had started the market on the Wednesday before. But the thing about American film market that you have to understand, it is a market and it is filled, it's a hotel with 8 floors, and each floor that has a room turns into an office. So there are hundreds of offices, and each one is a distributor. So anything from the Weinstein Company through to Lionsgate through to smaller independent distribution companies have an office there. And it can be a little bit like a kid in a candy store.
Yes, indeed.
So I mean, and the idea is that each person there also is there to sell. So it's right, you know, if it's better to go at the end, because the beginning of the business, they have to sell their films. They have big films to sell, and at the end is the best time. We walked into offices and just got meetings.
Very important to be a good picture. Very important. And if you're not, get one for you.
And have a good project. And the most important thing, I think, that, you know, these are some of the cards. These are just some of the cards that we're going to be following up on, and there's a lot more. Okay, these are people that we pitched mostly.
Yeah.
And went into their offices and made introductions. If the acquisitions person was not available, we took a card and we'll follow up, you know, after the market.
It's important to give them something, I think. We were discussing with Jennifer what to give them. She suggested to print the dossier that will have led us to bankruptcy. So we decided to make CDs, and I think that was a good idea. Now, how do you see it now, having passed through the experience?
So in terms of having something to give, I still think that some kind of one sheet that's printed material that they can look at is useful, because they can choose to keep that. The truth is, a DVD, a CD, something that they may throw away, and I think, you know, you have to realize these people come and they have an office that they have to set up and then pack up and ship back to wherever they're from. So a lot of things are going to get thrown away. So being prepared, making a list, having your materials ready, and then the follow-up. So, you know, the work really, you know, the work is going on the market, then it's about follow-up. What did you think about walking into the pitching? This is your first market. I mean, you guys went to Cannes, and this is the first American market. What do you think?
I think that you never know who's going to be there, so you need to, pitch as many people as you can, always. You never know. I mean, we met a guy that had made a movie about cosmonauts and crazy things, and you never discovered that without asking. So
we walked into an office, and it's the largest distribution company in Germany. And it just so happened that, as he's talking about, the head of acquisitions actually produced a documentary that had the subject matter. We were going to have a 10-minute meeting. We were scheduled in for a 10-minute meeting, and 50 minutes later we had walked out of that office. Those are invaluable. Those are the things that people go to AFM for year after year. Those are how, if you have a project that needs to be co-financed, co-produced, or distributed, American film market is where you can meet all of these people. They're walking the halls, they're sitting in the lobby, they're walking down the Santa Monica Boulevard, and this is where you come to meet them. Come prepared, have a project that you know know the audience, you know the target audience, and it's very well thought out, so that when you go into pitching, you don't blow that opportunity, perhaps like I did with Harvey Weinstein.
Great.
Would you come back again?
Not with a project like the Cosmonaut, probably.
No.
No.
Would you recommend somebody come here with a project? Do you recommend...
It depends.
You're giving yourself advice last year to yourself. What would you say?
If you never came, you need to come and know it and know how it works and be here and know the market. I mean, it has been amazing, Cannes and this one, to know how it works. So, first time you need to come.
Not alone. Try to bring somebody.
Yeah,
if you can't get somebody to represent and help you pitch, come with another filmmaker that has a project too, because you do not want to be by yourself. You need to have someone help you pump up the energy to go into that room and pitch. Even the professionals need help. You know,
Yeah.
it's intimidating sometimes. So do not come alone.
And it's exhausting. I mean, it will draw your energy. It's very difficult. You need to keep up the whole day. And you enter and you have a bad meeting, and that destroys you. And that can't happen.
Right, you need someone just to be like, shake it off, let's go in, because that person didn't get it, and that for that one person now we have to have 5 more meetings to get to the next person.
Absolutely.
All in all, I think that, you know, the Cosmonauts, this transmedia Creative Commons project that went to a traditional market like AFM, we did very well. We got industry professionals that have been doing this for 20, 30 years to listen to us and to be intrigued and to take our material, and they will be getting back to us.
Yeah, and last thing, you're gonna find a lot of people that is trying to play smart on you, be smarter. They are the fat, ugly guys. Don't get intimidated by that.
The old distribution models are crumbling. They know that, and they're holding on to what they know. And I think that some of them are actually intimidated by somebody coming up and telling them a different way. So, you know, exactly. That you know.
Be indie.
Be indie.
You could.